Hello everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, Trials and Tribulations. Now, it's Recipe for Turnabout, Part 1. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start a new game for Trials and Tribulations. Episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout. Let's go.
That's enough! This court is no reason to prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
It wasn't me! I swear it wasn't me!
The evidence and testimony unseen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at the table when they drank from that poisoned cup of coffee.
No, you're wrong! I know what I saw! I saw... I saw someone else there! A man! He's the real killer! Uh-oh. Oh, damn. Why won't anyone believe me? Well, I see that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you, Mr. Wright?
As court finds the defendant guilty.
Oh God,
This court is adjourned.
Oh shit! Immediate game over. What the fuck, game? Okay. Anyway, January 6th, 10:03 a.m. Wright and Co. Law offices.
The start of a new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world.
I bet it does, Maya.
So, I decided that our resolution should be Zavali! Take on the world. What do you think?
Sure, whatever, Maya. I think maybe you had more than enough mistletoe cake.
Never! You gotta eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game.
Hey, Belle! Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe.
Happy New Year, Detective!
Likewise. Now listen up, Wright. I wanna...
Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer police cooperation.
Yeah, me too. Alright, Belle, you got to explain to...
Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective?
A what? Well, here, add this. It's not really nothing much, but...
Yay, thanks!
Look, Belle, we need to have a talk. Take a seat.
Hey, what about Pearlie? You haven't forgotten her present, have you?
No, I mean, yes. I mean, no. Are you doing this on purpose?
I guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the year?
Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine?
Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brains guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced?
Oh no. What the hell? Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this? It's a report, Belle. About you.
Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case.
Well, and don't tell me you don't remember anything about it.
But I don't remember anything about it.
When was that issue from anyway? December of last year, which I guess makes it last month.
Which makes it old news, you mean?
But it wasn't involved in the poisoning case in December.
So what do you think this is all about, Nick?
If it wasn't you, Belle, then it leaves only one possibility.
No way. You don't mean... happening, Nick?
This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one, too. Magazine clipping added to the court record. An article from December 5th says I was trounced and my client was found guilty.
So? What are you going to do about it, pal?
What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it?
Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case.
My fault? How do you figure that?
Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of.
Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves?
But I didn't do anything wrong.
At least, not that I can remember.
You better make this right, pal, now! And that means taking the case back to court, got it?
Sounds like we got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto.
I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get overturned.
I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year.
So you're taking the case, right? Good. I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal?
I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of a guy would do that? I wonder that myself too.
So, what's our first move?
I guess we go down to the detention center and talk.
Wait a sec, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right?
Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me, it was a fake me that did this.
I wonder if he looks exactly like you. They're phoning Zin Yelp, I mean.
I do apologize. I fucking butchered that name. I fucking butchered it.
I hope not. What kind of name for an evil double is Zin Yelp anyway?
Oh, Phoenix spelled backwards. Oh my fucking god. It took me literally a moment to figure that fucking shit out.
Ah, Nick, I got it.
If you're going to ask whether I got a twin brother, the answer is no.
Spoil sport. Did you notice Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was it just me?
What do you mean?
I mean, he was really worked up. Like a guy who's just found out he's going to be a dad or something.
Yeah, I guess he was acting kind of strange.
Maybe he realized he's got strong feelings for you, Nick?
Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya.
Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you...
then maybe it's because of our new guilty client? I wonder... Let's go to the detention center. January 6th, detention center, visitors room.
This is so nerve-wracking, waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty.
Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me.
Ah! How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying.
Aren't you?
Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down. Are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie, remember? Maggie Bird.
Maggie Bird. Maggie Bird. She's a policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop, too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you a quick...
Oh, sure! Very funny! After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes? You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick.
Oh, I see.
So that's where we stand right now.
I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
I vaguely remember saying the exact same thing last time.
But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir.
Let's see, Maggie.
So, how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on.
So, what did you do now?
In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress?
Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away, sir. And then you got into this mess straight away, right?
Yeah, you could put it that way.
Poor Maggie. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month, and it happened at Trebian.
Trebian?
Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included. I will be right back. I am back. My apologies, but I'm back. I just got I choked on something. Anyway, let's go ahead.
Oh.
There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... one of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just 1 sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out.
Hey, hold on there, Maggie.
What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed?
Not at all. I never even seen the guy before.
Oh. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right?
Of course! A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele.
So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come?
You tell me, Mr. Wright!
Ah! Guess the answer to my question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy. Okay. A guilty verdict.
So if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted?
Because no one else saw.
Saw what?
The other man. The one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time. But how's that possible?
I don't know.
Nobody, not one person, would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a failed trial, failed me.
What a pathetic defense! What a pathetic defense! My granny could have done a better job.
Look, that wasn't me, okay?
And then
they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket.
What?
A small bottle of poison.
What? Poison? It was in your pocket?
Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket when I was unconscious. And no one else saw this other guy? No, sir. That's what everyone said. But I don't see how they could have missed him. I was the one who took the coffee to the 2 men. Oh? And what was your impression of them?
Well, When I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry.
In music?
How come? Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all? It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for their debut. I guess.
So it was a band CD. Maybe a promo disc?
Maybe it was MC Screwdriver.
Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that?
What was the name of that group again? MC Hacksaw? No. MC... And what about the killer? What did he look like?
Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man. Well built like the victim, really. Okay. Maybe what happens if I present a magazine? Oh yeah, I need to ask you about this.
Hey, this article's about my case!
Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me?
Yes, sir! It was the morning after I had been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits.
Blech. Can I read?
You were wearing one of your super sharp suits.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Hey, Maggie. Was my evil double I-am here, too?
Maya spelt backwards?
No, I don't remember a phony you, Maya. Oh, it would have been so cool. Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you clear to this crime, you said. Okay, I get the picture, but you made me in person before. So how come you didn't realize the guy wasn't the real me? I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange.
Only a little?
Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady, and your voice was a bit weird. Oh, and you had this kind of funny accent, and...
So the guy was nothing like me then?
But he had your spiky hair and blue suit.
Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me?
How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter?
Everyone had these big question marks on their faces.
But it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial?
Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. So we should be able to get a retrial.
Mr. Wright? Do you think we'll win next time, sir? My life has been a full course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive, because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. Zenelop's really gonna pay for this.
What are you staring at me like that for? But Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out.
We'll find him, don't you worry. We'll get Zenelop for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Trebion is. I'll tell you where Trebion is then.
Right, the restaurant where the murder took place.
Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure. All right, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant and its food.
We will do that in the next part. So, this has been Agent Fluffy, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.